Fancy meeting you here. I'm Superman, and I'm going to get you off this ship.
I think everyone knows who you are, Superman.
And that's Oracle. She's going to help us navigate through Brainiac's defenses. Be on your toes for Brainiac's sentries.
We're here to save you and the others Brainiac abducted. Speak with Superman when you're ready to move on.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Old School Gamer here again, and I tried to do a tutorial for new players, for you beginners, once before, and I just kind of wasn't feeling it, but I decided to come back to it and do it again. So this is going to be basically a tutorial of how to get from level 1 to level 30, covering all of the basics. Because I still see people in the chat window down on the bottom left side there talking about they're having trouble, you know, new players getting from level 1 to level 30. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this solo. For any of you new guys who have never played this before, first off, let me just say, if you're a new player and you start this game, don't just settle on one character. You need to make multiple characters with different weapons and different power sets and see what exactly you like and what you don't like. Find out what works for you before you settle on something, because every weapon has its strengths and its weaknesses, and every power set has its strengths and its weaknesses, but it would take me a year to go through all that. So find that out for yourselves. Just explore the game, figure out what works for you, and anyway, with that said, let's get going. As a new player in this game, one of the first things you need to get to level 30 quickly is XP. And I'm going to show you guys a quick way on how to do that right off the bat. Basically, any of these things like this, when you get on, you know, Brainiac's ship and you pop out of the pod there like I just did. See how that gave me XP for that? Any of these things like this, you want to break them. Any breakable object, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't give you XP, but do it anyway and find out. But let's talk to Superman and get going.
While we're here, we need to stop this ship from abducting anyone else. And send Brainiac a message Earth isn't going to fall to Brainiac or anyone else.
You still have your weapons. Use them to get rid of the debris blocking the door.
Excuse me, guys. These springtime allergies are a killer.
We've attracted some attention. Sentries are headed your way.
Move into position.
Here they come. Get
Contain
ready for
the
a fight.
human.
I believe in peace, but in your case, I'm willing to make an exception.
And the reason I'm able to pull off all these combos right off the bat is because I used some of my replay badges to unlock her weapon abilities from the get-go before I actually started this video. So when I made this character, I went ahead and did that. But new players, you won't be able to do that until you build up your replay badges. And the only way to get replay badges is just like the same way you get loyalty points. Loyalty points and replay badges can only be achieved through a membership. Well, replay badges can be bought from the marketplace, from the online marketplace, but loyalty points, you can only get those if you have a membership. So let me clarify that. But anyway, let's get going.
Gather reinforcements. I will patrol towards the
And
prison.
having a membership is
That's an overseer.
very
They
beneficial
patrol parts of the ship and
because you
protect
get a
it from
lot more
intruders
stuff
like
than what you
It
would
won't let you
just
pass.
doing free to play.
Good guys always.
See? That'll be your first skill point when you kill that thing. Okay, now, like these health barrels, even if you don't need them, break them. Because you get feats for breaking so many of these. I think it's like 25 for the first feat, 50, 100, 200, 500. I think it goes up, you know, in increments. But keep breaking them, no matter if you need them or not. Alright, let's roll. Well, one thing I want to point out too, as a new beginner, when I'm talking about your membership, you see right there at the top it says Open Daily Rewards Menus.
If you're looking for a fight, try me.
If you're only free to play, you'll only get what's up top.
Maybe this will knock some sense
You won't
into
get
you.
what's on the bottom right there. And a lot of times, these Destiny tokens right here, they put these in the bottom. A lot of times they put them
You
in the
really
bottom,
think
and
you
the
can
only
hurt
way
me?
you can get them is if you have a membership. Plus, you get all this other stuff on the bottom as well. So, Nth Metal, Fate tokens, Destiny tokens, Source Marks, Ally Favor, all this stuff. It is beneficial to have a membership. I just want to make that clear. Free to play is okay, but if you really want to get the full benefits of everything, you need a membership. Superman's
I
over
know
here.
this is a lot to ask, but we need your help. We can disable this ship if we can destroy
Superman's
its central
over here
AI
beating on
core.
these robots.
Brainiac has more ships, but this one has some key systems. Taking it out will slow his invasion.
You'll find that you can always trust Oracle to know what's up. She helps the entire Justice League on our missions. It doesn't take X-ray vision to see you're up to no good.
Excuse me, guys. I do apologize.
Sustained.
Seems force is all you understand.
It seems worse is all. I love when it lags like that when he talks. It's just funny. Seems worse is
That's
all
your
you
one free shot.
understand. See all that XP? That's why I say break this stuff.
More of the Justice League have arrived to back you up. They'll draw some of Brainiac's attention.
You shouldn't try to solve your problems with violence.
But it's fun.
This is like a job for Superman.
Yeah, make sure you break all this stuff. Hang on, Sue.
It'll take more than that.
Systems damaged. Damage detected. Systems damaged. Damage detected.
Alright, these don't want to break for some reason. Well, that one did. Another thing too about being a new player, you need to figure out the roles and what role you like. If you want to do just straight up damage and you just want to be a damage character, go for it. Well, every power set has DPS. Let me just clarify that. Every power set has a DPS, but every power set also has an alternate role, whether it be tank, healer, controller, whatever, you know. There are 4 roles in this game: DPS, tank, healer, controller. As I said before, figure out what power sets work for you, and then after you get to level 10, you can kind of play around with the healing, you know. You can play around with your different roles, whether you want to be a healer, you know, try them all out, see what works for you.
Wow, so many robots.
That's the most
This is a
important thing in this
classic bad
game.
news, good
Find
news
out what
situation.
works for
The bad
you.
news is that those robots are starting to activate. The good news
Find
is
out
that
what
the
works
Flash
for
and
you.
Green Lantern are there to help you fight them.
I cannot
Those
stress
two
that
have always
enough.
been my favorites. Don't ever tell Batman I said that.
Green Lantern, you're slow, buddy.
You found trouble. Try and catch me. You're through, buddy. Ah! This is going to leave a mark.
I asked Green Lantern and the Flash to take out the ship's main gun. Brainiac doesn't mess around.
Like I said, go around and break all these. Even if you don't need them. Alright, now we're good to go. And one thing about this character, yeah, she's using the Batman gauntlets, her gloves, whatever you want to call them, and Nightwing's utility belt. But what I wanted to say about this character, I gave her gadgets because she's actually, you know, for all you new guys, you have 3 mentors. You have Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. You have the main, you have the DC Trinity as your mentors. And she's got Batman, and I gave her gadgets and martial arts as her weapon. And with martial arts, one of the weapons you can get, I thought it was fitting since she's a tiger. You know, she's actually a humanoid tiger, would be these claws. You know, why not, right? Gadgets is also part of the controller thing for all
These
you new
energy
people.
readings.
You can
Brainiac
either
has
use
a
it
full
for
invasion
damage or you
force
can
stored on
use
this
it
ship.
as a
We
controller.
have to destroy it.
Controllers are basically meant to give power back to the group and to pretty much control the battlefield, like trap and ensnare enemies and, you know, just stun, trap, and, you know, control enemies, basically, hence the name controller.
Doesn't
is to
take
keep all
X-ray
the
vision
ads
to
off
see
of
you're up
everybody
to no
else.
good.
You know, stun them, trap them, whatever you got to do. And the healer role is very simple. Keep everybody alive. Use your powers to keep everybody alive. That's
You
it.
shouldn't try to solve your problems with violence.
All units move into position. Contain the human.
Do you really think you can hurt me? This is as far as you go.
Damage sustained.
If you're looking for a fight, try me. I'm bringing you to justice.
And as far as tanks are basically the guys that jump into the fight
Great
first,
Krypton.
get everybody's
What are
attention.
you doing
know,
in
all the
here?
ads, the bosses. Your job is to keep everybody on you. Tanks are meant to take a lot of
That's your one
punishment
free shot.
and have a very high health pool
All units
if
move
you
into
do
position.
it right.
Contain the
Looks like a
human.
job for Superman.
You know, you have a very high health pool, very high defense. You know, your job is to keep all the bosses, the ads, all that off everybody else.
That's your one free shot.
You're basically the guy that jumps into the fight and goes, hey, here I am, yeah.
Performance impaired.
Hence tanks having taunts, basically. You can taunt enemies with different abilities with a tank. You know, hence, like I said, you pretty much just jump in there and go, yeah, I'm over here, come get me.
There's the ship's central AI core. You two should help Wonder Woman and Batman destroy it. But be ready, Brainiac won't be happy about it.
Alright, now, another thing too, when you get into this room, you have a combo feat, like hit combo. You have one for 25, one for 50, and one for 100.
You'll regret that.
Great Krypton.
The reason the feats aren't popping up on mine is because I've already unlocked them with my replay badges. But I'm just showing you guys how to do this. See, there's the 103. That'll do it. That would cover all three of those feats if you were a new player and didn't have it already unlocked like I do. So now we go over here and do this.
Brainiac's there, just as I feared. He's one of Superman's biggest bads, but between you and the Trinity, you should be able to take him. Just hurry. The ship is starting to blow apart, and Brainiac is blocking me from opening a teleporter. We don't want our newest friend going down with the ship.
Brainiac, no! I won't let you do to Earth what you did to Kandor and
Frontal
Krypton.
damage.
You won't bother this world.
Hera, protect me.
It'll take more than that.
When he starts to do that, just block. Hold R1 and block.
You shouldn't try to solve your problem with violence.
Systems failing.
Block.
for I wear many shells. I am the source.
Get out of here, Brainiac. Alright, now we go around the room and break these barrels. Alright.
If you're interested in joining the fight for justice, the League would be happy to teach you.
Phew, I'm impressed. You're definitely on your way to greatness. Now get out of there and I'll contact you on the ground.
Our every tactic failed. Brainiac came to Earth to destroy it. And he was wounded. Then, a dying version of Earth's greatest villain brought us a weapon from the future, stolen from Brainiac himself. New heroes to withstand Brainiac. And new villains to exploit the madness. I will train these heroes to fight the sick chaos of the Joker and the evils that face us all. I am Batman, and the battle has only begun.
Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, go to your inventory, put that on. One major thing about this game is gear. You always want to make sure your gear is straight. I've seen a lot of people try to go through this game without putting any gear on their character, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Have a soda cola.
You're not going to get anywhere without gear.
We're heading out the door. A lot of finding, investigations, briefs, and collections provides great insights, and completing them nets you some pretty good rewards. Information brokering isn't such a bum deal, right? Not saying you should never go on a Booster Gold tour, just that Booster cares more about hearing himself talk than providing useful info. Bounties offer great rewards, but be careful not to take them on by yourself. Teaming up is key when going after bigger targets.
Okay, speaking of loyalty points earlier, this is the vending machine that uses loyalty points. You can come here and buy a whole plethora, a whole bunch of different things. You can get like respect tokens for your power types. You got to have 1,000 for the movement. You know, respect your weapon, your personality type, body type. You can do additional inventory slots, additional characters, you know, all this stuff. Character name change, league name change, source marks. You can get unlocked time capsules in here, stabilizers, replay badges. Here's another way you can get replay badges. But yeah, all that. That's why I said membership. Alright, we're going to come here to this one, and I'm going to come down here. And you have to have quarks to do this, and the way you get quarks is by unlocking time capsules. But since I have quarks, I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Even though I don't have heat vision, that solar amplifier is good to... It's actually one of the better artifacts as far as damage. If you want to do damage with your powers, I would highly suggest using solar amplifier, even if you don't use heat vision. It's still a very good artifact for damage.
I Guess I'm joining Booster Gold in promoing Soda Colas. They're quick, cheap, everyone has different approaches to finding their own
Now we go in here
iconic
and get
looks.
these other ones.
But remember, the only truly bad gear is broken gear. So if you ever see the broken shield notification on your see a mail notification on your mini-map, check your mail at one of these mailboxes. Treat messages from unknown
get
senders.
feats.
This teleportation
You get
hub
feats for
will allow
completing
quick
so many of
transport
these
between
as
key
well.
locations like other safe houses in Gotham City and Metropolis.
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff I gotta go through. Like I said, I used my replay badges and unlocked quite a bit of stuff. Just so I would go ahead and have it on this character. Since this is an alternate character and not one of my main characters. Having alternate characters can be very beneficial too. For example, you can go in with your main character, run certain content, and then you've got to wait before you can do it again. Well, if you have alternate characters that are about the same level, you can go in with your alternates and run that same content and get benefits that you can give to your main character, such as nth metal or, you know, other things. Once you get your R&D station, you can use your R&D station to break down gear you can't use, and if you want to, you can trade exabytes off the, you know, you break down the gear and get exabytes. You can trade those exabytes between your characters. If your augments are full on one character but this one is not, give it to the other one. See what I'm saying? If you need nth metal for an artifact on a certain character and you don't have any and the other character does, you can trade it off. So it's very beneficial to have multiple characters. Don't need that. I want that. Don't need that. That thing's useless. Dark Knight's metal covers. We're going to move these down here out of the way because I don't want a bunch of comic book covers cluttering up my inventory. Don't need that. Shimmer material, I'll go ahead and collect that just for the style. Green Doomed Aura, go ahead and collect that for the style. Open these source marks up. Do that. Do that. Alright, now we can go. Our next step as a new character, as a brand spanking new character, you want to come right in here to the vendor.
Anything in particular you're interested in
before we do that, let me do something else. Almost forgot. I almost forgot. Come right here. See how I've got 42 soders? I don't need all those right now, because you will get more soders through random drops as you beat enemies and finish missions. You will get soders quickly. Soders is not a big deal. So what I'm going to do is keep 2 of them. Put that back in there. I'm going to fix my stuff, and then I'm going to sell those. See? See how much money I made off of that? Just selling those soders? For a brand new character, that's pretty good. Now, we go to the vendor.
Anything in particular you're interested in purchasing today?
Alright, right now you only need 2 pieces. You need these. Well, no, never mind. The slimline tights right here. We'll get the combat version later. Alright, these and this. Those are all you need right now. That way you've got something in your leg slot and you've got something in your head slot. That just boosts you up a little bit more. So now we can go ahead and go. Let me see something real quick.
Don't forget, you have fast movement. It's the easiest way to get across a big city. Try it out.
This is Batman. I understand you just destroyed a Brainiac harvester ship. Impressive. Let's see if you can handle hero work on the ground.
I'll deal with that
The
nth metal in a
Scarecrow has escaped
minute.
from
I want to
Arkham
go ahead and
Asylum
get
and
this.
is filling the East End with fear gas. Ready to face your nightmares? Welcome to a typical night in Gotham. Scarecrow's gang has overrun the East End, pumping fear gas into the atmosphere. They're using an abandoned construction site to distribute fear gas foggers to the rest of Gotham. Shut them down before they panic the entire city.
Almost done. Then it's... Don't hurt me!
All right, we need
There's boys. It's
two
almost
more.
nightmare time.
He's on the other side. Sit down, idiot. Oh, you want to play? That shuriken throw's a good thing. Oh, you can sit down.
Oh, yeah. This is going good. No sweet dreams for Gotham City tonight. Welcome to the express elevator to terror. Ah! Don't hurt me!
Why? You were trying to hurt me?
Check your breathers, boys. It's almost nightmare.
All right, here's the first part of this collection.
Experiment 905.
Scarecrow's thugs are as crazy as he is, and that's saying something. The more of them you put back in Arkham Asylum, the better.
The gassed areas of the East End are a living
Now we go
nightmare.
this way.
Gotham Hazmat is overwhelmed. Help them maintain control, but be careful. The gas will make you pick up on the fears of those around you, or create your own nightmares.
All right, now put these on. Yes, I know. Mission completed. I hate when it does that. I'm in the middle of doing something and it wants to mess around. Go ahead and put that nth metal in that. Here's the second one.
Experiment 910. To equate the nervousness of a first date with the sheer terror one must feel in a plane crash does a disservice to us all.
Oh man, good thing you're here. Look, I sent my team in, but
Another way to
Scarecrow's
get
goons
source
are still
marks
pumping
and
gas into the air
XP
and
is
taking
to
out
do
any
all
hazmat
these
they
little
see.
side
Can
missions.
you help us out?
If you see somebody needing help, help them out.
Rory, thank you.
See? Even though it's only 1 XP, it's still XP.
Run! Run!
Run! Run!
Help me, please!
Sit your butt down.
My fist in your face.
Got to stop them!
Have a seat, loser. Good way to take care of him. Get this guy.
Good job smashing those foggers. Scarecrow's gas creates hallucinations from the fear centers of the brain. So strong they can cause trauma, even death.
I've given Dr. Leslie Tompkins an antidote for the gas, but that's not enough to stop Scarecrow's thugs. We have to get the fear gas barrels off the street. Get to their supply depot by the chemical factory. No matter what you see, don't let the effects of the fear gas scare you off.
Alright, now we go this way. It's pointing that way, but we're going to come right over here and talk to this hazmat guy.
We still got fear gas barrels all over the place out there. We sent hazmat teams to find and secure any barrels they find. Hey, watch it! I'm on your side!
Terror.
Now we get this guy.
Careful, you're under the effects of the gas. I'll go for help.
Live the nightmare.
Help!
You're hallucinating! I'm a friend!
Breathe in your fear.
Stupid guy got in the way.
Breathe in your fear.
How about you breathe in my foot?
Experiment 504. The rostral anterior cingulate cortex gives us some semblance of control over
Pick
our
it up.
fear.
Thank you.
Take this fear gas.
Let me show you terror. Don't forget to scream. Live the nightmare.
Run for your life!
Okay, before we get those, I want to finish getting these hazmat guys.
Breathe in your fear. Live the nightmare. Let me show you terror. terror. Don't hurt me. Live the nightmare. Don't forget to scream.
Okay, that was bullcrap. It didn't blow up.
Get
Like
the
it was
spear gas
supposed
to
to.
somewhere secure.
Breathe in your fear. Live and I show you terror.
Sit down. Jesus.
Can you get this barrel out of here?
Alright, there we go.
The hallucinations get stronger the more you're exposed to the gas. Hang in there. Once we take out Scarecrow, the nightmare will end. For everyone.
I still got to get these hazmat guys, but it's not
synthesizing my antidote.
it's not giving them to
Scarecrow's
me.
gang is assaulting the area to keep the doctors and hazmat from helping anyone. Protect the doctors and ensure as many citizens as possible get that antidote.
That gas really has
Thank
a
you.
hold on
Finally, jeez.
You've got to focus. Don't let the fear take control.
Don't forget to scream.
You scream.
Help! Breathe in your fear. Don't forget to scream. You've got to stop them. Let me show you terror. Breathe in your fear.
I need one more of these guys. One.
Live the nightmare. Live the nightmare.
I need one more. Dang it, one.
Don't forget to scream. Let me show you terror.
I gotta check my time. Alright, 10 minutes.
Breathe in your fear.
Well, one thing about it, I'm getting some good XP out of this.
Live the nightmare.
I ain't never had this much trouble finding these guys.
Don't forget to scream.
You scream.
Hey! I'm one of the good
Finally,
guys.
Jesus!
The hallucinations are getting to you.
Dang!
Try and fight it.
Let's get out of here. Tired of this area.
Ah!
Crime Alley.
Agamemno Contingency, file codename Last Son. If Superman ever becomes a threat to the planet, the following protocols will need to be enacted to ensure our survival. A sample of green kryptonite in Vault 7B, provided by Superman himself,
will incapacitate him with brief exposure, and prolonged exposure would, in all probability, be fatal. Portions of this kryptonite, under exposure to radiation, created a variation of kryptonite that is red in color. Side effects of this type of kryptonite are unknown. Further testing is required.
Great. Another costumed freak. That's just what Gotham needs. Look,
Well, that's just
I've got
racist,
doctors
considering
distributing
what she is.
hazmat teams, getting air scrubbers running, and we're up to our donut holes in
What's the matter?
Scared? So stop standing around and do something, or get lost.
Thank goodness you're here. We need help administering the antidote.
Call me a freak.
I got this one.
No, not that way.
I loathe violence.
Alright, let's see what this is.
We've got a lot of patients to help, and Scarecrow's thugs are trying to disrupt the treatment.
Don't hurt me!
It's not safe here.
There we go.
Experiment
I want to
79.
do something real quick.
Like Ichabod fleeing the Headless Horseman,
Put that
mediated
right there.
thought is replaced with a stream of hysteria.
You're out.
Don't hurt me!
I'm glad you're here. Keep Scarecrow's men away and help treat these patients.
I actually didn't mean to do that, but we'll go ahead and do this anyway. Get off me.
Ah!
Won't
This
take
city
but a
is not
second
safe.
anyway.
Wow.
There we go. Now, let's get these guys on the rooftops and we'll be able to go on.
Nothing yet? Or do we have to really ask him?
Hey, Wuss, you learned your lesson yet? Or do I have to kick your ass some more?
Let's see how brave you are with that big mask on your face.
You don't scare easy. And I
There's
mean
another
hard
part of the
people,
collection,
not just
but
the
I've
fear
already
gas.
got that one, so...
I've tracked Scarecrow's lair to the sewers beneath the East End. Batwoman has gone in, and she's out of comm contact. Not good. Get in there and end Scarecrow's reign of terror.
Experiment 408. The Toxoplasma gondii parasite will actually suppress the rat's fear, making it actively seek out the
scent-marked areas of cats. I've heard that so many times over the last 8 years. Collect that. Collect that. Sell that. And while we're here at a stopping point, guys, it's about that time. And we're going to cut it right here and pick it up in just a second. So y'all hang around.